Hey y'all, welcome to ShareTreck, and this is a video on PACB. I'm going to talk about their Q1 earnings that's due on 4th of May 2022. So let's get started.
As scientists, we're fascinated by the beautiful complexity of our world. I mean, that's why we became scientists. But the more we learn, the more we realize that a lot of the answers we're looking for, the good stuff, are locked away inside the complex genome of an endangered species, as part of the genetic variants causing a rare disease, hidden in a microbe with its potential to help or harm us, or within one of thousands of other mysteries yet to be uncovered. Unlocking those secrets takes more than just brain power. It also requires the right technology. Unfortunately, a lot of sequencing technologies require compromise. To get a complete picture of a genome, you must assemble the reads. Short-read sequencing provides high accuracy, but only small snippets of data, giving an incomplete picture. Or traditional long-read sequencing that offers a bigger picture, but lacks accuracy, so it's difficult to tell the difference between true biological variation and errors. But highly accurate long-read sequencing, or hi-fi sequencing, is changing everything, combining the best parts of short reads and long reads into a single, easy-to-use technology, creating a whole new paradigm for DNA sequencing. Hi-fi sequencing's read lengths are really long, hundreds of times the length of short reads, and achieve greater than 99.9% accuracy, on par with short reads and Sanger sequencing. Easy library preparation and faster compute time mean quicker results, to keep both the biologists and the bioinformaticians happy, and to keep costs down as well. Most importantly, however, hi-fi sequencing can enable us to tackle the biggest and most complex genomes, no matter what field we're exploring: conservation and agricultural advancements, human health and disease research, microbiology and infectious disease, and beyond, to empower scientists like us to strive for the breakthroughs that have previously been just out of reach. Hi-fi sequencing from PACB. Unlock your next great discovery.
Those of you who are not very familiar with PACB, that was an introduction. This company is different from the other companies that we have in our genomic watch list. This company has got hardware, software, consumables, and it's creating a network of vendors who can actually buy its products and then offer the service to people who want gene sequencing. So this is a very, very different kind of company. And there, the first video I have taken from PACB's website talks about the long read and short read. So basically, the short reads are more accurate, but they give only a small snapshot. The long reads give a more comprehensive view, but they are prone to have gaps. And the hi-fi sequencing system that PACB is offering allows to marry the accuracy of the short read and the comprehensiveness of the long read and put them together. So they have a hardware system called Sequel 2. It's got hardware, software, and also they sell consumables that are used for operating this system. I'm going to play a short video about Sequel 2 so that you can get an idea of what we are talking about here.
Introducing the PACB Sequel 2 system, the most advanced sequencing instrument for generating highly accurate long reads. This platform makes long-read sequencing affordable for all scientists by generating more high-quality data in a single run. Using the Sequel 2 system, scientists can be confident in their discoveries, made possible with comprehensive views of genomes, transcriptomes, and epigenomes. The Sequel 2 system is powered by single-molecule, real-time, or smart sequencing technology. Smart sequencing has versatility across a broad range of applications, including whole genome sequencing, variant detection, RNA sequencing, to resolve complex populations, targeted sequencing, and epigenetics. With the PACB Sequel 2 system and smart sequencing applications, you can sequence with confidence.
As you saw in the previous video from PACB, they have a proper system in place, hardware, software, and there are consumables that are needed in order to operate this system. So there's multiple revenue streams out here, and there is a great potential, in my opinion, of making this into a subscription model so that there is stability of income and proper distribution of income throughout the year. But coming back to this company, the reason why it is different is also because this company is focused on genome sequencing, whereas the other companies in our watch list, they are more looking at solving disease problems. This company provides a tool that enables that for all the genomic companies that we cover in our watch list. It has got hardware and software products and a suite of consumables that together provide sequencing capability that marries the accuracy of short reads with the comprehensiveness of the long reads, making it a preferred platform for many researchers. The company also aims to create a network of service providers that can buy its platform and offer sequencing services, and in turn they will buy consumables in order to operate the system. There will be service contracts, maintenance contracts. So those are all the revenue streams that are out there for PACB. There is a great potential for subscription model, as I mentioned before. That's what many companies do these days in order to have a steady revenue going on. In terms of leadership, this company was founded by Dr. Turner, and this was done in 2004. And he also was instrumental in securing Series A funding, getting the venture funding, and starting off PACB. He co-invented the SMRT technology with Jonas. I'm going to talk about Jonas, who's the Chief Scientific Officer, in a subsequent slide. So I've identified 3 key players in this company that we need to know about. Stephen Turner is also the author of over 50 scientific papers in fields ranging from DNA sequencing technology and biophysics to genomics and epigenomics. And he has over 50 US patents and number of published patent applications. That makes him a very valuable component of this leadership team in this company. He was awarded a PhD in physics by Cornell University in 2002. And right now he's fulfilling the role of Chief Technology Officer for this company. Well, let's talk about the CEO and President of PACB, Christian Henry, who has more than 2 decades of experience with growing companies in the life science industry. And prior to joining PACB, he was a senior executive with Illumina from 2005 to 2017 in various senior roles, including that of Chief Financial Officer. And he brings with him a well-rounded experience in not only finance, but also operations and business. And his academic background includes a BA in biochemistry and cell biology from University of California, San Diego, and an MBA from University of California, Irvine. So that's a really good profile for the CEO for this company. The Chief Scientific Officer for PACB is Jonas. So Jonas Korlak. Jonas was appointed Chief Scientific Officer of PacBio in July 2012. He co-invented the SMRT technology with Stephen Turner, who is the founder of this company and also the Chief Technology Officer. The 2 were graduate students at Cornell University. Jonas has to his credit being the inventor of 70 issued US patent and 61 international patents, and an author of over 70 scientific studies on principles and application of SMRT technology. So basically you have the pioneers of SMRT technology in the leadership role in PACB. So that's a very good positive for this company. He received both his PhD and his MS degrees in biochemistry, molecular and cell biology from Cornell, and received MS and BA degrees in biological sciences from Humboldt University in Berlin, Germany. So you have a great management team out here. And now let us turn our attention to the financials of this company. This was presented by them during the earnings call at the end of the year, somewhere at the beginning of this year. And you can see that their revenue and gross profit is increasing steadily. There has been a sudden spurt of income in the 3rd quarter, basically because of the collaboration with Invitae to integrate part of Invitae and another company's technology and develop an ultra high throughput sequencer. And that collaboration is supposed to have some milestones. I have not been able to find it anywhere on the internet. If any of you have found it, please send me a link, because there could be milestones which, when achieved, will attract payment from Invitae. So we can add that into our funds flow out here and look at expectations in the earnings call. Right now, I don't have that with me. In terms of total cash also, their cash position has improved significantly. and inventory is a bit high, but in this case, I think it's better because given the supply chain constraints that are being faced, the inventory level, if it's increasing, I would consider that as a healthy sign. There's also another aspect with this company. They're experimenting with the new metrics for sales, where they're trying to fulfill all the sales in the quarter within the same quarter. So that's another dynamic that I'll probably speak about in a later slide. Their total current assets have also improved sequentially, and their retained earnings is negative. And the reason the retained earning is negative is because they are running losses, and all those losses get pushed into the retained earnings. And when a company is healthy and it's earning a lot of profits, after paying dividends, if any surplus amount is remaining, that goes into retained earnings. And it can then be returned to the shareholder later on in various methods. Right now, this company is in a gestation stage, so we can only expect retained earnings to be negative and growing in the negative side until they come to a situation where they're in a break-even. After that, we'll start seeing a reduction in the negative retained earnings and return to positives. And that's when they can start thinking about returning capital to the shareholders. So that's how I would characterize that. Let's look at some more information about this company. Q4 was the most successful quarter of 2021 for this company, with full year revenue of $130.5 million, which is a 65% growth over 2020 due to the increased adoption of the SQL 2 and SQL 2e platforms. Now, for this company, what that means is not only the one-time delivery of the hardware, but also ongoing delivery of maintenance as well as consumables, and potential captive installed base, which would come for more orders for more machines to scale up their operations or buy different platforms to offer different services, because PACB is going to provide platforms to satisfy every scale of operation. So that's another strong point that accrues to PACB as they keep on installing more and more machine and creating a wider client base. Q4 2021 saw 48 systems installed, which was higher than all the previous quarters. And the total installed base at the end of 2021 was at 374 units. Over half of system orders in the fourth quarter of 2021 were from new PacBio customers. So if we take the same sequence across and look at 2022, the first quarter, then we should assume that half of existing customers may probably place additional orders, and the other half may come from brand new customers. And overall, we'll still see a growth in Q1 2022 over Q4 2021. So that's my expectations. And further, this particular management is very focused on delivering orders in the same quarters. So they are trying to come up with the metrics for measuring performance, where they are looking at all orders placed in a particular quarter being delivered in the same quarter. So they are at a very high percentage of delivery. I think that this particular attitude of the management, along with the fact that they have got healthy inventory levels, is going to help them tide over this supply chain crunch and still manage to deliver orders in times, and therefore create a good client experience. And they have been repositioning Pacific Bio from a single product focused company to an organization poised to deliver multiple platforms and core technologies that reach all ends of the sequencing market, from a very small researcher all the way to a big company with high throughput requirements. So they're going to have platforms all across. And towards this end, they've also had collaborations in place with Broad Institute to bring its single cell isosequence method to more Pacific Bio users. And also with Twist Biosciences, they have a collaboration to develop kits around hi-fi sequencing in areas like pharmacogenomics and targeted panels that explore the dark regions of the genome. That's the direction in which this company has been going. And what can we expect from them in 2021? I have thought of a few things that I would probably look out for in their earnings call, which is going to happen on the 4th of May. That is going to be the potential announcement of new components of the ecosystem in terms of progress in collaborations with Twist Bioscience and Broad Institute, and also their own quest to reduce the throughput times 5-fold. So maybe they have succeeded in a little bit. So that could be in terms of improvement in performance of systems, not only in terms of accuracy, but also time taken to compile. So that's what I would be looking forward to in the Q1 announcement. PACB successfully implemented a new high-efficiency clustering method as alpha system in the previous year. So I would expect progress on promoting this to beta system and to market in Q3 of this year. So any progress that they have made in that direction, I would like to hear about that probably in the earnings call. And then we also can expect at least a 3% sequential growth in consumables revenue as compared to the previous year. And we can also expect service revenue to grow by 0.4 million to 5.2 million, assuming the same rate of progress that was shown in entire 2021. And we can also expect to hear progress on partnership with Invitae to create a production scale, high throughput, hi-fi sequencing platform to include the sequencing technology developed by Omniome Inc. And any information they can provide in that regard would be illuminating. Especially, I'm interested to see if there are any milestones to be achieved and any further payment that is supposed to become due. So that's what I'm looking for out here. And in terms of street expectation, the street is expecting a EPS of negative 32 cents and a revenue of 32.912 million for Q1 2022. So that brings me to an end of this presentation. I would like to know from you what you think, and if you have any more information, please put it in the comments so that our entire community can benefit from that. If I missed out something or misreported something, please put it in the comments so that I can pin it up in a comment and let people know that changes needs to be made out there. So with that, I'd like to bring this video to an end. Please put a like there if you liked any of the presentation out here. And in case you're not a subscriber, please subscribe for everything CRISPR. The more subscribers we have, the more we'll be able to know what's happening in the industry, and we can develop much better intelligence and understanding of the market and benefit from that mutually. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.